Hello again, I'm Pete English with Keller Williams in the Atlanta Perimeter office. And today we're going to talk about how to set some settings within DocuSign. Now we're not going to talk about all the settings, but just a couple of quick settings that could help you in your workflow. So let's bring up a browser and let's put me over here in the corner. And notice I have a bookmark for DocuSign, so I'll left click one time and bring up DocuSign. It already knows my email address, so I simply need to put in my password. If you're not at this point, you need to watch a previous video where we talk about how do you get DocuSign and go back to that previous video. So in DocuSign really has two different interfaces or two different pages. This particular page right here that I'll call the e-signature page, and then there's also another page. If we go over here to your profile, which you probably haven't set up yet, and you left click and you say switch to rooms, then this is the other page. So there, as I said, there are two rooms within DocuSign. One is the rooms page, which is this one right here, and the other one is the e-signature page, which we switch back to e-signature. We can go back and forth that way. So I think maybe the first thing we'll talk about is, well, how do I set up my settings? So I'm going to go over here. Let's see where I am. I switch back to my rooms page, and if you'll notice down here in the bottom, it says working. So all right, so these are all my rooms. Now you have no rooms right now because you haven't created any rooms. But if we left click one time and you don't have an icon with your picture in it because you haven't done that yet. But if we come over here and we come down to settings and we left click one time on settings, then the setting page pops up and it allows you to change anything. So let me move me over here. Notice that these are all the things that we can change right here. All righty. The first thing that I wanted to tell you about, well, let me do this. Let me go back and let's look at profile. So first name, last name, role. You can scroll through and put all of that however you want in here. Change the photo, change your logo. It's all pretty much self-explanatory, right? So I'll take it that you understand how to do that. If you don't, leave some comments below. I'll create another video that explain that further if that will help you. But what I really wanted to show you is one of the features that DocuSign has is the ability to email documents directly into DocuSign. If you notice at the top, DocuSign has a dashboard, rooms, inbox, and my docs. The interface is not unlike KW Command. So if I open another browser by hitting the plus sign right here, I'm going to open another browser and I'm going to go to Command. And when I log into Command, this is the dashboard for Command. All right. So Command shows a bunch of things for you to do. And if you notice, DocuSign is not unlike that at all. Dashboard, rooms, inbox, my docs. If we come over to Command, and let's just say that we were in maybe an opportunity. When we click on the Opportunities tab, the interface works very similarly in Command as it does in DocuSign. Now, let me pause and make sure you understand that DocuSign is a third-party application. DocuSign is not written by Keller Williams, okay? So when you get into DocuSign, the interface is different than Command because two different companies have written the software, all righty? What I wanted to show you is over here where it says Inbox Details. I want you to left click one time on Inbox Details. And notice it says Inbound Email. Now yours doesn't say Pete.English. It says BR549JK blah, blah, blah at mail.docusign.net. So what I want you to do, and it's totally up to you, I simply use the same email address as I do on my KW email or any other email for that matter, which is first name dot last name. But you can put any email address you want right here, but just put the front part because what's going to be appended is at mail.docusign.net. mail.docusign.net. All right. So if you put Fred Flintstone or Fred.Flintstone at mail.docusign.net, then what this gives you is your own unique email address. Now, what does that do for you? Well, what it does for you is you can walk up to one of the multifunction devices in the office, one of the scanners, or for that matter, if somebody sends you an email with a contract attached to it, you can forward that document to this email address that we just created right here. In my case, the email address is pete.english@mail.docusign.net. All righty? And that the document, which is either a PDF or scanned image, is now come straight into the inbox within DocuSign. So as you can see right here, you see this red circle with the number 1 in it? That means that I have one document that has been emailed in to my DocuSign email address, which in my case is pete.english@mail.docusign.net. So if you'll simply write that email address down somewhere and keep it, you'll always know that if you email a document to that email, it comes directly into your inbox. In my case, if I open up my inbox and I look at all the documents that have been emailed in, notice that there are 2 documents that have been emailed in to my DocuSign inbox. And each one of these, if I wanted to click on this one right here, I could simply move it to the respective room. If you're new to DocuSign, a room is the same thing as a loop in .net. In .loop. All right. So this is the way that if somebody emails something in, you can simply move it directly into that room. Now, what else is kind of cool about this is if you've already got a room created, and let's go to my rooms, and in just a second, my rooms will pop up. And notice this particular room right here. If I left click one time on the room, you see this ID number right here, this # 2726995. If I sent an email to pete.english@mail.docusign.net, and in the subject line, I simply put # 2726995, then that email would go directly into this room and not into my inbox. So that's pretty cool right there. All right. Hopefully this trick has been helpful for you. And, if it has, then down below this video, you can either like it, you can share it, or you can subscribe to the channel. Now, by doing that, anytime a new video comes out, you'll immediately be notified that there's a new video, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you. That's why we're here. So if you won't put comments below, then that's fine. If you put comments, I certainly try to respond to every one of them. If it means creating another video to be either more explaining where I'm not being as granular for some people as others, then put a comment below and I'd be happy to take a look at that and see if I can help you out. So until the next video, if you need something, I'm here to help you out. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll do the next video soon. Thanks.